Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I guess I could go live. How's everyone doing today?
Walkways need patching up.
Welcome home, Sid.
Alright, what am I doing? Oh, sorry, my controller is There we go, that's better. We got new hunts, we got new stuff. Let's go read this real quick. Let's check the hunts. Ooh, we got a lot. New B, C, C, A, S. Uh-oh. 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 Dalmacia, 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 question mark. Alright, we're gonna just kind of see if we come across him, and if not, we'll come back and get him.
Clive.
That's not the
You're
direction I approached him from.
And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it.
Good.
Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray
No.
by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
So we got 2 mother crystals
The
left.
kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang?
He's
only
up
to
to
make
something.
no attempt to claim
He's a
the mother
schemer.
crystal for Waloed. It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
It's me, I'll be trampled underfoot.
In summary, I know not to what end the royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is.
Good.
Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose
It's
we are.
true.
Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Guess
We're
they're
seeing
all
troops
over here.
amassing at every door.
Let's start with up here.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
That's
And with good
stupid
reason,
kids.
children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Oh,
Thank you, Clive.
Thank you
I
for the
cannot
follow.
wait to share
Hello.
the good news.
hello.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
How are you doing today?
No. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the
How
ken of mortal
Mythos
man.
fits in.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Thanks to Sid.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kuka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good.
At least
Starting to get a crick in my
with him.
neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
She has new stuff.
Blackthorn. Do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kuka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is
Could
it.
you imagine?
A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Oh wow, it's late. I'm doing good. It's only 7:20
Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
here.
He cracked the crystal too.
It's kind of crazy. Let's
Back are ya?
Could you imagine hating someone, fearing someone, like so much that you're like wishing for their death? Like I couldn't even imagine.
What do you want?
That is better.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Is it just the weapon? I think so.
Yeah, that should do you.
Ooh, that one looks fun. It's like a katana with extras. Well, the last thing I did, like I killed a Titan, the Kuka, and like,
Telling you, it's
since he
true.
attacked the
I
hideout
heard
and
it from
stuff,
Otto's own lips.
he yeah, so I'm spreading the news that he's dead, and like people are like just overjoyed at that news.
You barely sat down since you came home.
Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So yeah, that's why. uh,
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least
well,
of
I
all Sid.
mean, like I didn't like him,
should tell him.
but like these people
right.
in the game, like
I should.
they're so afraid of him and
I
so
will.
like hate
Well,
what the actions
when
that
you
he's
do,
done that they were
be sure to
basically
take
wishing
Mid
for
with
his
you.
death.
She's been going at
And
it
like
hand
I
in
couldn't
hand
actually
down at
ever
that Wilson
imagine
Brothers,
being
trying
in
to do her
that like
father proud.
video game
I can't remember
characters
the
or
last time she visited
movies,
the old
sure,
sod's grave.
Very well.
but
I'll suggest it.
like actually in real life, I couldn't even imagine. Like even imagine like feeling that much fear or hatred. It's not something I've ever had to deal with.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen.
That's alright.
The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which
That's a neat
is
looking
where the
ship.
stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together
But
for me
yeah,
in a
if you
little
need to go to
dockyard in
sleep,
Camber.
I
But the
appreciate you
stack's a bit
coming
more
by
involved,
and
so I'm building it
following.
here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And
I
the
feel
shielding around the
that.
sides.
I feel that.
That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
True. So yeah, like I definitely feel that. I can have pretty bad insomnia sometimes too.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
So my sleep schedule can be all over the place sometimes. But at least you got some rest after work. That's good.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
Yeah.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical.
All the Dumbledore
Still,
just doing story
If that's
stuff
what it
right
takes
now.
to get to visit Sid's grave.
But
I'll
it's
do what
such
I
a
can.
good game.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Alright, I'll go somewhere. I'll go somewhere. Oops.
You going after which one of the...
Let's go, Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supply. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
Hey, what's your
own
favorite
time.
Final Fantasy game? Alright, where are we going? It looks like there's some new side quests too. Let's go do this one first. And then we'll do the one down where we're at.
Good day to you.
Good day.
The crystals we get from the table.
We had to dig a new cellar.
Ah, Clive. Your timing
Excuse
is
me.
exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Alright.
Hello, Sid.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
right, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them have seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
So it's probably not just rumors.
The crystals we get from the tailor all but worth.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Did he? That's funny.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? Not here.
How far out? Oh, probably outside the gate. So is this the filler part you were talking about? I'm assuming it is.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
It feels like a filler part. Like, not in a bad way, it's still alright story, it's just,
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here.
yeah.
What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? What could we give a damn? All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Don't worry, you'll be dead in a second. I guess you could shoot them if they're up in the...
All yours, Torgal!
I was on the wrong bars? That makes sense. Not yet, but I will. I figured tonight, probably. Why do you ask? Level up!
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
And I'll probably take Sunday off for it.
That'll do, girl.
I'm not sure what time it is on Sunday, but I'll probably take it off. I'm excited for it. I'm excited that I actually can afford it for this time.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds, though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now?
It's 7
Why
to
would
11.
that person want you
Okay.
dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
Okay, okay.
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Oh,
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered.
Jeez.
And he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything.
He's staring directly at us.
My livelihood. My position.
Not talking to Clive
the faith
anymore.
I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same.
This side quest is kind of crazy.
And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, It begins. Make ready for war.
Well then, I guess we'll help him.
I'm not going to change his mind.
You haven't much, but you're free to look.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Hang on a second. There we go. Gotta love when it drifts. gotta love when it starts drifting and you have to blow your controller.
I hope it's to your liking. Keep fighting the good fight.
That's the only way to get it to stop drifting. Is there no follow-up for that? Can I not go help this dude with his war? It comes later, okay. Alrighty, let's do this side one. Gonna look at the main.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Sure.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
But Drake's Fang is gone.
Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest.
Can I help you? Oh! The Nine of Knives, huh? Okay.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come. There is a feast in your flesh. Your feasting days are over.
There you go.
Snap you like a twig! All yours, Torval!
Did he miss me or something? Yeah, that is an issue. That is a big issue. I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, I might switch it out. I have 420 renown.
Deserve no better.
I need
That's better.
I need to read that one was a little bit on the harder side. A little bit, just a little bit, but it was an A rank, I guess. That, and I'm trying to get used to playing the game again. It is here. Where am I looking here?
Be safe.
The heck is my... There. No? There.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I?
Yeah.
Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
So I probably won't go 6 hours again today. I'll probably try and do about 4. I am tired today, but I did not sleep very well at all.
My carpets have...
Take a sniff, good sir.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
You're welcome. Goblin. What are the goblin coins for?
Yes, they're
the finest fabrics, fresh from the...
Oh, really? If that's the case, let's see how many I have. So they're like pearls or nuggets.
Oh, where did all the men go?
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't you?
Anything I can interest you in?
Press touchpad. Ah. Oh, okay. This is all the just junk, basically. Okay.
Thank you for your custom.
Silver platters.
Now, Dusan, I know you're...
My carpets have pride of place in
It's a pretty river.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Can't jump on the roof? Or in the river? Oh, I can kind of get in the river.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Okay.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
This water looks really inviting, like it makes me want to go swimming in it. Where are you, last one? Probably up. Maybe not. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Sure. This isn't the birds and the bees.
Feels like
talk,
ages
is it?
since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Yeah, this looks... It looks refreshing.
Ready to go home, boy?
It looks refreshing. I want to go for a swim. Alrighty, let's go. So there's 2 other parts to it too, so I feel like we're gonna have to do something for each one of them. So I can kind of see why you were saying this is like a little bit of a filler.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
I think it's more of a respite, so to speak, than a filler, if that makes sense.
And what can I do for you?
Let's see. Oh, I have a lot of money.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
I'm guessing the final one is the annoying
Blackthorn.
one though.
Got everything you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
I think we might have some rewards.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Oh, is there? Before the final
I
one?
just started reading books that don't have any pictures in. If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
I like your table. We might also get her outfit. I could see us getting her outfit in 14 also.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in.
Nice.
It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to
why
rust,
not?
making them the
Why not?
perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I get it. I gotta go kill. Got it.
Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Gotta go kill the bathtub. This is just a big bathtub.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
No.
You off then?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Ability points? Nice.
You earned this.
I did, thank you.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Right, where am I going? What's going on? Over there.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Oh, is this because they're going to war? That's kind of neat. Not that they're going to war, but...
If you're ready, we leave at once.
I like how dynamic the world is. Yeah, we're doing good. Like, something happens and it feels like it progresses. It doesn't just like, we're going to war and then nothing happens until the war. They're like, getting the people to safety and stuff like that. It's little touches like that that I like.
Thanks, Gal.
Oh, they were already dead.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Yeah, fine. Elena. Oh.
Anybody home?
Oh, it's you.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I have a lot of skill points. I might upgrade Judgment Bolt.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
It was easy peasy. Did you hear me? It was
Indeed.
easy peasy.
Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
That might be enough for the next level up. Hit button. No, not quite. Not quite yet.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Does it need to be 5?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, so.
550.
Come again.
Then
I may have more
750.
for you.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
Yeah.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy.
That's fair.
The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
See, I could just say she's just
if I were
mid,
in need of
and
obscure
you can't
knowledge,
get mad at it.
I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
Let's go the other way.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
That kid is just flabbergasted about reading books with no pictures in it. To be fair, I agree. Yeah, exactly. Same, to be honest. I mean, the funny thing about that is most of the books I read nowadays it's manga. So, it is literally all picture book.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Although I do read some articles that don't have pictures.
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
You know, Jill comes with us all the time.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. I could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
How do I talk to you?
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Yeah, we're gonna take her because why not?
Right.
Get a little
So,
character
what are we
development
fetching?
for her.
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you
I
sure
should have
this is
done
the right
auto.
list?
But
Looks like the
I like
ingredients for someone's
Gav.
supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost
Yeah,
to
I
extinction,
figured that would be the
hence moondews
case.
having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should
But
be
I
able
mean,
to find everything you
she's
need
gonna
at the
be with
market
us
in
most of the
Northreach.
game, so...
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Well, there
Stay
you
safe.
go. You get to see both now without having to do New Game Plus.
See you later, Clive.
Did you do
Good luck
Gav?
with your research.
Or did you do Auto? Yeah, I kind of wanted to do Auto because you usually do things with Gav, but I picked Gav.
Thanks to Sid.
Where's Talia?
And what can I do for you?
Nothing. What do you do? Sure.
An excellent choice.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You've a keen eye.
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on these.
You spoiling.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
I need your nuts.
Oi, don't touch anything. If that's what you want. Thanks for nothing.
I just bought some of your... whatever. Whatever.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I hope it's to your liking. Good day.
That should do it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Fresh cuts. Come and get them.
Come! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bush.
Let's see a shiny. I like how in the wild you jump higher, but then when you get into town, it's a little dainty jumps.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts.
Yeah,
Job
it's
done.
fun to skip through town though,
We should
so
get this
I
back to
don't- I'm
Tom's
not
then.
complaining.
He'll be waiting.
I'm not complaining.
But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back.
That's funny.
Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels
Yeah.
a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya,
For what?
for everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
So this one is more of a camaraderie kind of thing. I'm guessing the Jill one is a little more intimate. Kinda.
I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
I'm guessing Hippocrates is from a Greece type place. Well, it's a very Greece name. Greek name. I could be wrong though.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Hey, we could get the next thingy.
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
You have a new song?
Oh, her ship lies still in harbor, her soul sails on the main. The breath of age is at her back, adventure in her veins.
Lucan. I think Lucan. Like a toucan, but a Luke instead.
We're seeing troops amassing in every border.
No surprises.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
Yeah, I like dessert.
Here you are.
That's it for that one, huh? I click down.
All done?
Could you imagine, just imagine this for a second. Just imagine, you're going upstairs, and you're more or less skipping up the stairs. Could you imagine that?
I think Mid might need some help.
Or going down too, for that matter.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
What
Brilliant.
else? What else
I knew
would
you
be
wouldn't let me down.
morale
Not like
building?
me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer.
If your leader was skipping around everywhere, like even upstairs, you know,
You know, when
that
I
would
got
be
into the
kinda...
smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference.
Didgeridoo-dahs.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
I mean, Lord, how you doing? I'm doing alright. I'm alright. Sometime later.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hang on 1 second. There we go, that's better. Where am I?
Ned told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? No, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but this considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities, by which I've learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours, though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise. I wonder if that's Mid. I wonder if that's her last name. I doubt that the Canverians authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pin you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gab for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
There's we can't do it yet, but there's a plus quest. Sid's Legacy, Central Sternum? Something. Central something.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Hey, it's that guy. And her.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Gonna have to deal with dear
stop you,
mother,
but
mother
do well to
dearest.
scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And
he's so excited.
glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Alrighty. So I could go back here now. Let's go see what there is. If it's just the one, then we'll do it. And then we'll continue. It is, oh, there's one there. And one there. Yeah, we might as well do them. Might as well.
He cracked the crystal too.
Oh god. I was thumbing through the hideouts ledgers of Otto's behest, or at Otto's behest, and might have come across something that might need your attention, maybe. And by that I mean immediately, you know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
I thought I was ready to do the next story part, but apparently not. Something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Cheers for your help. Okay. Okay.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
What else? Oh, this is the... okay. There's one more we didn't do. Oh, I got a trophy! Sid the Second, I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle at the test. I am confident that a man of your position and can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. For what it's worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you it shall not easily be relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. Alright, we got one more to get.
He cracked the crystal too?
Blackthorn, you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something I've never seen before.
Again?
That was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Was it a katana? There's so many side quests.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Alright,
Thank you,
this is on
Clive.
this side. You're welcome. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome.
The nobleman who visited. Was that
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
Oh, jeez.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
No, you. Sorry. There's still that one over there.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship? Let's see.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight
His
to
name's
me,
Jim. Oh no.
you get Clive to come to you. You know, he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs
I
paying?
would have to see Jim.
Oh, just
but
Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each.
Jeez.
5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the highway, you see?
I don't,
Well,
I'll have to look at
I
Jim
must have
myself.
made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility.
Yeah, I'll have
And
to
it was
look
my
at Jim
decision to
myself.
entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right.
He's
But
not
that doesn't
wrong.
mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this
funny.
place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why
It's
I don't
just
mind
like
going in your
Riz,
place.
George.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No. I don't.
See? Did I get everything? Oh, no. Got one more.
When it comes to boyish charm,
I think Mid might need some help.
Well. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that.
Confused you, huh?
It won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for,
That's funny.
that ain't good enough.
That's funny.
Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper.
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores.
Okay.
Couldn't believe my eyes.
Okay.
You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And
Yeah. We could try and go get the other ones too.
when it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an...
I agree. The B rank, and it is in Sandbreck the Crook. The Crook. Alrighty. 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 I can't go anywhere. Never mind, I guess we're doing the main story because I can't go anywhere else yet. The game's like, no, you don't get to do side quests right now.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, there's a
And
quest
Torgal
here,
helped
too.
too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Oh, I'm not there yet. They didn't have a chance. Hello.
So what do you think? Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt.
This
Assuming he's
this
willing
feels
to hear
like a
us out.
scam, right?
Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just
This
down
just
the road.
feels like a scam.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you
Yeah,
came
it
along.
feels like they're buttering me
Yeah.
up. It just feels
Hoping to
fake.
make a heavy purse in Bocklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't
I
expect me to
guess
drag the
they
cart out
could
of there
just be
myself.
using me to do their
No,
job.
no. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction.
Oh yeah, this is
You do
just
that,
sus.
we'll take care of
This
the
is
rest.
sus. Sus.
I'm not sure I trust those two.
Oh, yeah, me
But
neither.
if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Easy peasy.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Sus.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
Can I go back now? I can go back. Did I get a teleport though? We'll go until I get the next teleport and then we'll, do some side quests, I guess. Oh, okay. Wrong button. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, is this the hole? The big hole? The final sin.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
I don't know why my back
You
is
really
so
were
sore
a
today,
boy
but
like
it
any other,
is.
weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us.
I'm kind of hungry too.
Hi. Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
It's everything, Clyde. It's everything. Right, Andy? Meanwhile... Oh, okay.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sambrec.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea,
All shall bow before their emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
I'm curious what's gonna happen here.
I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
She needs to be taken down several pegs.
Traitress. She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
Canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Yeah, She needs to be taken down several pegs. And death would be too good for her.
The Boklat markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
It's dead. Let's do this, and upgrade increases number of hits. Let's see what upgrading these do. Increases bolts. I don't know what that means.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to... Inside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. It's not as if he can wait for the siege to end.
Waken wings! Fire and flame!
This camera angle is bad. Oh, that's cool. You having issues? You having issues there? Oh, it's this guy. Now it's old. 777. Here, Chocobo. Alrighty, let's shiny. Let's get to the teleport. I'm sure there's gonna be a teleport over here.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing. No need to ride from here.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
There it is. Alright, let's go do these. Which way is north? That way is north. So it is this way. Alright, let's start over here. Although we might actually we'll do a few quests and then
at the glass gate.
I think I'm gonna call it for tonight soon.
Did you hear?
Did you see?
I want to see you.
I think so hopefully now I'll be able to get a little bit more income
Lady,
coming in.
I come bearing gifts.
And I might try to figure out how to make it more comfortable up here.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
I didn't know that, yeah.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Alright. Martha's Rest. Where's Martha's Rest? Right there. Right in front of my face!
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here.
Nobody
But it seems we
Spanish
still owe you
Inquisition.
a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Alright, let's do... Wait, there's still one here. Over there. Alright, this is the antelope I'm looking for. I kind of want to try and get all of the side quests done tonight, and then tomorrow we'll pick back up on the story.
Come on.
Oh, hello. Excuse me.
This won't be easy. It's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just a place.
Elder
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Alright, gather up everyone. Gather up everyone. That's so cool looking.
Stay down!
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Yeah.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Alrighty. We're done here, I think. Which means we just have... Where was the bomb? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to check it. Let's go check it real quick.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Bomb King. It is the Crook Sambrek. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Go. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Let's see. The Crook and Sambrek. Let's go here and we'll look at the areas. The Crook, the Crook, the Crook. I have no idea where the Crook would be. Yeah, this isn't Sambrek. Here, maybe?
Fly, Ambrosia.
This might be it. This might be it. Maybe not. 'Cause that is definitely not a...
That'll do, girl.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Come on.
Yeah, this is it.
You deserve a rest.
Oh, is it dead? Oh, nope, it's not dead.
What do we have here? Greetings, Your Majesty.
There we go. There we go. Oh, that was a tough
Your reign
one.
is over. Now to collect the... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
I can't even imagine S ranks at this point.
That should do it.
Oh.
If Roy needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Yeah.
That's better.
Alright, we have one here, and then I think this is it.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Drake's fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself.
You.
We don't know for sure.
Listen.
It could have just been a
I've
tremor.
got this theory.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
That's fair. Because I literally
My
destroyed the place.
reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before
Ignac?
you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is.
That
Though
sounds
the morning's
frustrating.
events have left him somewhat fractious. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Alrighty, where are we going? Up there. Alrighty, let's go up there. Alrighty. I want to see if I could find any of the hunts by just kind of running around. There's a shiny. This looks like it could be one. Nope, it is not.
All right.
Hello. We're gonna just do a quick trip around. Oh, okay. I guess we don't go down that way. Oh, okay, so this is probably over... We probably haven't been over here yet. I don't know how to get over there, though. Maybe I don't yet. Maybe? Or maybe it's here? Maybe. Ooh, those.
That'll do, girl.
You make some pretty sad noises. Anything back here? Not that I saw. Was it this way? Yeah, this way. Oh, what's this? Oh, are these the stones? I'm guessing
It's the
these are
same
the
as the one back at the
stones.
hideaway.
Guessing these are important for later.
Doesn't seem to be working though.
back around now. I don't suppose I can just... Yeah, I figured it's later stuff. Like, bosses or something like that.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Easy peasy. Kind of. I don't need to dodge, I just murder.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects.
You sure do.
What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern.
He is fine.
Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword.
It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron
Uncle.
Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Alright, I think we're going back to turn everything in.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Sure. I think it'll... Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do this one first, then I'll come swing by and do those.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Ba, 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 ba. There you go.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff! And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
Yeah, it looks like a still.
We have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
Oh, am I going to be able to carry more
What kind
potions?
of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Olympic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you.
No,
for supporting
thank
Mid and the
you.
rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
No, I need 70 or 700 something. Inventory increased. Six potions, 4 high potions. Okay, cool.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive.
You're welcome.
I owe you one, August 2.
It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
Right?
Okay. Let's see if we have the
well.
material. I don't think I do. I probably got to do some hunts. Excalibur recipe unlocked. Let's see.
I got ya. What's that for you, dear?
I am missing two things. It's just a tad bit better than what I have though too. 'Cause what I have I think is 260.
Anything else?
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
That's fine.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I think that was the last one.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones.
Yeah.
Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day,
Jeez.
I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from
So
happening
his own
again.
family turned on
And he
him.
was
That's
true to
really
his word,
sad.
too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
Oh, put that on my wall.
But that's
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
That was cute. That was cute. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. I feel like if I went into the story for another half hour, I would get sucked into something and want to do it longer than a half hour.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'll call it Jim. I'll call it Jim. I only have 3 people watching right now. I don't know if I want to raid with only 3. Let's see who's live. If someone's live. Tofu. We're gonna raid Tofu. She's doing Story of Seasons. Wait. Refresh. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll rate Tofu. Thank you guys for watching tonight. As always, it's a lot of fun. I'll see if we can do a decent amount of story tomorrow night. And then Sunday night I'll be taking off. So I'll be back on Tuesday after that. I want to finish this soonish, so I might push for doing longer streams on Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll see. I'm not sure what I'll do after, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. Anyways, let me do this. You guys have a wonderful night. You guys have a wonderful night. And we will see you tomorrow. Alright, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
How was your street?